right, action.
All Bay Music Magazine, issue 14, All Bay Cannabis, issue 1. We are sitting with the legendary Pakslap. Let them know who you are and where you're from, Brody.
Sure, bro. Pakslap, man. Came from doing beats. I'm still doing beats a little bit, you know what I mean? Not too much, but basically dabbling in this cannabis industry right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give them a background, as far as even the Pakslap, like what inspired the name Pakslap?
Shit, I'm from Pakistan originally, and people couldn't pronounce my name, so they started calling me Pak. You know what I mean? So, and then shit, I've been going by Pakslap since 1999. Met Jack in the year 2000. I had a group, and we had hooked up with FedEx to do a song, and we met Jack in the studio in Pittsburgh. Rob Lowe was there too. It was year 2000. It was Akbar Studios, Akbar Records, from Pittsburgh off Railroad. That was the first time we met Jack, and really Jack is the one who brought me in the beats and shit. No one really knew who I was before he brought me in. He brought me in, had me doing shit for like Burner, Lee Majors, anybody he was fucking with. He just put me in there, and just ran with the name. Just kept doing it. Like after Jack died, I kind of slowed down. Didn't really want to do it no more. You know what I mean?
Okay. So how many songs would you say you did with the Jack that are maybe released?
The release ones?
Yeah. How many do you think you got?
Shit. It has to be over 100.
100 songs.
It has to, all right. So Drought Season 2, out of 16 tracks, I did 12 tracks. That's almost a whole album.
Drought Season 1.
Drought Season 2.
2. Okay.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
So Cosmo had like 2 or 3 on there. I did the rest.
Huge.
And then the GoBots.
Yeah.
The GoBots 2, I did the whole thing. There's maybe one beat on there I didn't do on the GoBots.
Okay.
And then GoBots 2.5, me and Bandit did the whole thing.
Okay.
GoBots 1, I did 3 beats. That was 2008.
That was our first cover. So we did the GoBots cover.
No way.
On All Bay Music, and it was him and DJ Quest and Lee.
Yeah, DJ Quest and Lee. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the first cover of our magazine ever was covering that particular project.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was GoBots 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that Losing My Brain on there. It was about coke. It was about snorting coke. I took the sample of the voice off it's like house music,
yeah,
something like that. She said, "I'm losing my brain, my mind," right? And then Lee heard it, and he was like, "Oh, this is about coke." I was like, "Okay," and then they did the song, "I'm losing my brain, my mind." Yeah.
What would you say? What are your top 3 favorite songs you did with the Jack?
Well, that Andre Nicotina and Jack, My Middle Name Is Crime. Me and Bandit did that.
Damn.
That was, everybody really loved
that one.
Yeah. That was a big one.
That's a Jack classic.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Arnie Nicotina, that's a cool ass dude, bro.
Definitely.
He's a good dude, yeah.
Definitely.
Me
and him had the same birthday.
No way.
Yeah.
He's a humble dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, real good dude.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
I ran into him a few times, and I'm one of the people that was able to take a photograph of him while being a member in the press.
Yeah,
if you know anything about him, he ain't taking no pictures.
No, he's like that.
So
yeah,
I felt like I made it that night. It was at the Catalyst. I was with the Jack.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It was at the Catalyst.
Yeah.
Huh? Was Huss out at that point? I remember we were doing Catalyst right before Huss came out.
I don't think
so. Okay, yeah. When Huss came out, he rocked the Catalyst. I remember he shut that shit down. Yeah. His first performance when he came out. It was all them Sacramento, like Sac loves Huss, bro. Like Mexican people from Sacramento, they go crazy over Huss. I don't know what it is.
San Jose too.
Yeah. But yeah, those are good times, bro. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, My Middle Name Is Crime. That's one of the big ones, and that song with Freeway and the Jack, Freedom Riders.
Okay.
I did that. Basically, Jack. We were at the house, that mini mansion behind Costco in Hayward, right? So we were over there, and all night he's playing me just movies and YouTube clips and just all kinds of shit.
Battle raps.
Oh, bro, like he drove me crazy with the battle rap. But But he was playing me shit like background music from movies and shit. And he was like, "This is what we got to sample, Pack. I'm telling you this." And then I don't remember what movie this was. It was like a boxing movie, like some like 70s flick, all black flick. You know, one of them ones, the blackout thing. And there was music going on in the back. And what dude was jogging. He was training, and there was music going on. And he was like, "This is the one, Pack. We got to take this. We got to take this. How do we do it?" So I was like, "All right, give me the DVD." So we took the DVD, we put it inside Lee's computer, and I was trying to get the audio off it without the video. You know what I mean? I don't know how I did it. I think it's called demuxing or some shit. And we got the audio off it, and then by the time we did that, it was 6 a.m. And then we came. He was like, "No, we got to make it right now." So took the beat, loaded it into the FL Studio on the laptop, and just knocked it out right there. I went home like 11 a.m. and then he put Freeway on it. Freeway and Tommy Wayne, who T Wayne, he's doing 20 years.
Yeah,
that's our boy. Yeah, he was on there too. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That came on the.
T Wayne's on the song.
T Wayne's on the song. Holotip is on the song
Free
too.
T Wayne.
Yeah, free T Wayne, man. He's on my Instagram too. It's a good dude.
What being that you were one of the lead producers of the Jack, you have probably some very just like dope memories. Would you like to share one? Just like maybe like he's a funny dude too, right? So like I would love to hear a funny story with you and the Jack for sure. Something that ain't gonna make nobody look like crazy though.
I want. But every time it always has something to do with someone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise it's not funny.
Yeah. But I mean, you know.
Shit. I'll tell you one of them, bro. One time I went up in at the spot, right? And Street Knowledge is sitting over there, right? And him and Jack used to argue all the time, just about dumb shit, like all the time. So Jack is like, "Hey, Pack." He's like, "Hey, Pack. How this motherfucker gonna call himself Street Knowledge and he ain't even Muslim?" Bruh, Jack was a good dude. He he was humble and he was cool with everyone.
Yeah.
But if he kind of zeroed in on you, oh, bro, he was gonna tear you up.
He was going in.
He was going in hard.
Yeah.
Like
Leo.
he used to go in on knowledge. Like he loved Street Knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he used to go in on him.
Yeah.
It's just, bro. There's too many incidents to name with Jack. There's always some. Like he used to pop up with Jo to my house, 2009. They'd act like they were police because they knew I was always doing some shit. Like in 2009, I was making hash in my backyard, right? Blasting with the butane and the, you know what I mean? Blasting hash. Right. You know what I mean? It's when BHO like barely was coming out, right? So I was doing it, and Jack knew I'd be doing that in my backyard all day. So he'd pull up like the police, bang on the, "Hey, open up, it's the police."
You'd have you all there paranoid and shit.
Yeah, and then
that's funny.
I'll never forget this one though. Cook had just came out, and you ever remember that Bazooka Joe?
Of course.
So it was 2009, and knock on the door is Jack and Jo. They're like, "Hey, can we use your kitchen real quick?" I'm like, "Yeah, come on in." So they go in my kitchen. They pull out a bag of Cook, fire ass Cook, and Jo pulls out a bottle out of his pocket, and it's a bubblegum flavor. And he's like, "Hey, Pat, don't tell no one about this." Psst, psst, psst. He's spraying that shit like this. You know what I mean? They're like, "We're gonna call this Bazooka Joe." I'm like, "Bro, it's still wet." He's like, "Bro, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna, just don't tell no one what we're doing here." You know what I mean? That was a fucking Bazooka Joe. Even in
I never got fooled by that shit.
Bro, and then you know what Jack used to say? Jack was like, "Pack, I like that shit." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I like that spray." Right? He's like, "I even get the 3% nicotine and spray the bud with it." He said it gives me a little buzz. I was like, "Bro, stop, bro. What the fuck are you doing? This is good ass Cook." He's like, "Nah, just take the 3% nicotine, spray it on the bud and roll it up. You're gonna get hella high." I'm like, "Bro, stop, bro."
Well, that's to all y'all that think that y'all don't have that Bazooka Joe cookies not sprayed. That shit is sprayed.
There is no Bazooka Joe that's not sprayed, and the only reason I'm talking about it now is because it's out of rotation. Yeah, so we can talk about that now. Yeah. So
y'all was smoking spray. Let them know.
Straight up.
But
it was 0%, no nicotine in that one. The 0% spray. But Jack, he liked that nicotine spray.
He's like, no, give me the extra shit. I like that too. That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, there's so many things with Jack, bro. I always remember him at random moments and shit. You know what I mean?
So, is that what inspired you to start with the Jupiter strain? Tell us about the Jupiter strain. I mean, you talked about your music. What about the cannabis side? Like, I know you got strains. What's going on with that?
I mean, yeah, we did the Nerds. We did the Nerds for J.O. We did the Jupiter for J.O. Doing something with God Holly right now with the Yahimi shit.
Okay.
The Platinum Jerry.
So we're doing rapper strains right now, huh?
Yeah. And shit, they're actually real weed strains. It's not just bag shit where you're just taking a gelato, throwing it in a bag. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's if the strain Jupiter is going in Jupiter bag, Nerds is going in Nerd bag. You know what I mean? Just like that. But yeah, bro. I mean, this is the thing, bro. Like, we saw everybody do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even J.O., he's been doing it.
Right.
You know, he's used to come to 17 and Hertz with cherry pie bags and shit. You know what I mean? 2007, 2006, and even LB. You know what I mean? Okay, so LB, he was my neighbor in West Hayward. I used to live right by Mount Eden High School in West Hayward, and LB used to live up the street from me. And he was in a group. He was in a rap group with a dude named Locks. Remember Locks? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was in a group. Locks. Young Locks was in a group with Young LB. So it was a Tongan dude and the black dude. They were in a group, and they used to live right by my house. And remember, I told you I started smoking OG with SIBO, right? Mm-hmm. So we were on the OG kick from that point on. Like me and Jack, we used to go with J.O. in 2007, and we used to go all the way to Frisco looking for OG, someone that OG. Turns out this boy LB, living right by my house, this Tongan dude, he had straight OG. So I used to grab it off him, and I used to go over to the mini mansion. And Jack used to be like, what the fuck, where'd you get this from? And I'd say, bro, I got a neighbor, and he sells OG. And he's one of the only people that I know that even know what OG is, but he's from Long Beach. So I think that's why he knows about OGs, because he's from Southern California. You know what I mean? And then Locks was a major Jacka fan at that point. And he... one day Jack was like, what's up with the OG man, bro? Bring the OG man through. So when I went and grabbed the bag from LB, I said, hey, bro, Jack want to meet y'all. You know how Jack was. Come on, come to the house. You know what I mean? He invite everyone. So I took LB and fucking Locks over there. And that's how they met Jack. You know what I mean? And that's how LB met Burner was... we were recording Drought Season 2 over there. That's the first time he even knew who met Burner, you know what I mean? And they stayed in touch and shit, and then he started doing the Cookie Boys and shit. So we've always been around exotics and strains, you know what I mean? Even, like, LB's my neighbor, he got the runts now, you know what I mean? We saw Burner come out with the C's, the Cherry Pie, J.O., all these. That's basically, it was like a natural transition, bro. And that's really where the money's at, you know what I mean?
Definitely. So, what would you say are some of the strains that you like that are on the rise right now?
Shit. I'll keep it real with you. My favorite weed to this day is still Biscotti. I fucking love it. You know, I'm not into that candy. I know it sells and people love
the lavenders.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not too much into that. My palate, like, I don't have a sweet tooth as it is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So those coffee hints. And you know the gas, I'm more into that. So my favorite strain right now is Biscotti still. You know what I mean? I like Gary Payton because it's not sweet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Them overly sweet like the cereal milks and all that. It's not really my thing. But yeah, I love Gary Payton. I love Biscotti. These are older strains. I love everything that damn near Granny Flora has been doing. You know what I mean? They do good shit.
They do.
Shout out to Mark and God Holly.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff, bro. It's kind of going crazy. You can't even come up with a name now. It's already took. Any name you thought of, they've already done it. Any candy name, it's done.
Right. Well, I think that's good because I don't necessarily believe that they're all gone, but I think as far as maybe, what's the best way of putting it to not offend anybody? The best way to put it is to say this. It's like Yahimi. That's a great name.
It's a great name.
It's a great name, and it's an original name. It's spelled in a way where you could say that it's his. And so, I don't think that they're necessarily gone, but you got to come up with your own Google.
100%.
Google was never a real word before it was dropped, and so people need to actually be creative now. And so yeah, you're not going to be able to take a name that's in a different industry and get any respect with that strain.
No,
you can to make a quick buck, but as far as to have something that lasts, that's different.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Those candy strains, bro, they're getting played out quick.
Facts.
And people are catching on that it's the same strains being circulated.
Fruits are getting played out too.
Hell,
anything that basically has already been a household name prior to cannabis becoming a recreational thing.
Yeah.
There's no respect being put on the creators. I mean, I feel that way even right now. I feel like that's a big reason why we started our publication. Is like, we know like about where the strain is, but like at this point, when you make a song, you're hearing about who's on the song, you're knowing about who engineered it, who the executive producer was. There's all these things that are incorporate with making cannabis.
Yes.
And I think until cannabis starts keeping it real on these bags are going to stay fraudulent. Because until you can read who the farm is and who the grower was and who actually had the license on the strain, and until you can read all that, they're all, to me, boof.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it straight.
I don't smoke street bags. I don't, because I know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're taking gelatos, throwing them in fancy bags and shit. People getting impressed off graphic designs. Bruh, I don't give a shit about the graphic. I'm trying to smoke some fire. Something that's not a gelato. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come on, man.
And if I'm gonna smoke a gelato, please let me know. Let me see that I got it from a Sherbinsky or somebody that's crafting this shit and been doing that shit right and got the right cuts.
They renamed it over 50 times. So Rapper's First Choice named it something else. That company, Rapper's First Choice, they took the Gelato 41, named it something else. Gas House took Gelato 41, named it Ether. Right? Ether is just Gelato 41. That's all it is. And then you got some other people running the Gelato 41 with a different name. You know what I mean? I mean, Gelato 41 is a really, really, really good strain.
Period.
It's amazing. But come on, bro. Getting a little played out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's good feedback for the industry for sure, because the stakes need to be raised, and so in the growing world, you learn these plants, you learn how they grow, you put out your rendition of it, and so I think it's a great thing that happens. Yeah. It definitely allows the price points to be what they are.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have no price point if you didn't see some B grade gelato next to some A grade gelato.
Yeah,
and then, of course, you got people that represent those price points better than others.
Yeah.
Me and you, we might want to stick with that A grade all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's people out there that are so glad to get that B grade.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that strain that you and I have, because it's still hard to get, and if you can get it, great.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I know, for me as a pheno guy who likes to enjoy new weeds, once I think I like it, I have to smoke a couple ounces of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Easy. Easy couple ounces.
Have to.
If I'm not tired of it after 2 ounces, I know it's a keeper.
Exactly. That's how I do it too. That's why I zeroed in on the Gary Payton and the Biscotti. Because that's sweet all the time. You want something that's kind of not...
in the middle.
Right in the middle. Something you can smoke all the time. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about Biscotti, Gary Payton, and even like Jet Fuel OG. A really good OG. I feel like that's more of a staple for me than something like Runts. You know what I mean?
We're definitely gelatoed out here in the Bay.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
That's a good thing, because you know what? Everybody's still, on the right side of the world, everybody's still stuck on the phenomenon of it. Yeah. And the color of it, and the smell of it, and the lavender of it, and the fact that it looked like the old school purple, but it's not. And so they're still stuck on that. Mm-hmm. But I think that the game is definitely due for a change. And I think that from what I've seen so far in the cannabis industry, there's people on the hunt.
Oh yeah, bro.
The hunt is real.
The hunt is real, and it's kind of like a mystery. What's out there? You know what I mean? Everyone wants that the one. You know what I mean? And it's out there. You know what I mean?
No,
and
out there.
There's a lot of talented people doing all kinds of shit.
There's one out there that I already mentioned. The Project Drew. Me and you will do another day.
Yeah.
And we'll do a smoke test.
Yeah.
On here.
Hell yeah.
Literally, we'll go and blog about it, and you tell me what you think on air, and we'll smoke some
Hell
Smoke
yeah.
some Project Drew.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
It's Project Drew?
Project Drew. I renamed the strain to something to let people know that it's an incubation project.
Yeah.
And hence incubation means like not budging until we get the right home.
But that's the one that ain't got color.
It's a dirt to diamond.
Is the dirt to diamonds the one that ain't got no color? See, that's
You've
another
got a
thing.
few that don't have no color.
That's good because, bro, Bay Area is focused too much on color right now.
Yeah.
It's just too much because, like for example, the biscotti. If you don't drop the temp in the last 2 weeks, it won't give color, right? But the best flower you ever smoked, the biscotti, is the one with no color on it, bro. Even the Gelato 41, it grows way better when you keep the temps regular and you don't do that extreme fluctuations. You know what I mean? So
and then I noticed it still has that blue tint to it.
A little bit blue tint to it.
It's still
like not all the way green.
It's not
you
green,
know what I mean?
but it's not fucking
Black,
purple.
yeah. So the black purple shit, it's usually not that fire, bro. Because they're putting that plant through stress.
Yeah.
You're stressing it when you're turning it down to 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Plant, if you can keep its life relatively stress free, it's gonna give higher percentage. It's gonna perform better. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, just like, and this is more of a question for someone like my mom who's not new to growing, but she can have her 6 plants. You know, everybody now can have 6 plants.
6 plants, yeah.
6 plants.
12 males, 6 female, right?
Really?
Yeah. So because with the 6 plants, the question comes in, hey, how do I know these are female? So they say, okay, if you pop 18 seeds, you can keep six females from it. It's okay to have 12 males. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say 6 plants. Okay, well, if I pop 6 seeds, what if 5 of them are males? Then I only get 1 female. So they say, okay, you can have more. You know what I mean?
So you basically can have them until the identity is revealed.
Yes.
And then
you can only keep 6 females after that.
And then what would you do with the rest?
Well, with the males, you can keep alive if you want some seeds for next year.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
So let's just say we all live together, us 4. Can we technically have 6, 6, and 6?
No, it's two people per household can have 6 each. So if there's more than 2 people, yeah. So
you can't max on 12, but you can have 12.
You can have 12 if there's 2 adults, 6 each, right?
Huge.
But if there's 5 more people in the house, they can't. Only 2 people co-op per house maximum allowed by the government. That's
kind of nice though, no?
It's pretty good, yeah. And you know the good thing is they don't regulate how big you can make those. So 6 plants, you can put each of them in a 400-gallon smart pot. You know, start vegging it in fucking February under supplemental light in the greenhouse. Pull it out. By the time it flowers, you got 15 pounds on each plant. It's going well above your fence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the trick because they haven't regulated what pot size you can do. Right. They ain't done that yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So you take
So
your
there's some nice little loopholes for right now that you might just want to.
You shouldn't ever have to pay for your weed if you're in California.
Facts.
You should just grow your own. Really.
Facts.
Plus, like one of the main thing is, bro, like even a spray like Azmax, which is organic, oil based, people get sick from it because it's organic. Sure, it's organic, but when it's sprayed too close to harvest and then you smoke it, that oil, that smoke on it, it does something. And I know people that got sick off Azmax. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be all the way safe, organic. You know what I mean? Yeah, people get sick off Avid, off Forbid, off Floramite, all these things. These are the things that, and then the PGRs, the plant growth regulators. That shit is poison. And of course, if you get it out the dispensary, they test for PGR, they test for pesticides, all the ones I mentioned. But buying off the street, your shit probably has PGR. It probably has been sprayed with Avid, Forbid, and fucking Azmax, all kinds of shit. So if you're gonna buy weed off the street, really you should just grow your own. You know what I mean? Or have it thoroughly tested, which is not feasible.
Not feasible
at all.
Got a $500 test for a
$20 fucking jar. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I only smoke club weed, or something that I grew.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or if it's coming from a trusted source.
Trusted source, but even that trusted source, if he ain't went up in the grow room and seen his methods.
If it's not his personal stash.
Exactly.
It ain't happening.
Exactly.
Okay.
You just gotta be safe, bro.
So what's your plans for 420?
Shit. This year? Bro, I don't really have no plans. It's Ramadan.
Oh. It falls under Ramadan every year?
No. Ramadan, it's on the lunar cycle.
Okay.
So last year it was in May. This year it's in April. Next year it's gonna be March.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I observe the month, and I you know what I mean. I don't really have no plans this year. But yeah, the strain we got coming out with God Holly.
Yeah.
It's a Gelato 41 crossed with the Face Off OG from Archive, and I took a female from that. That was a cross I did in 2017. I took a female from that, hit it with a reverse Skittles, and we took the winner female from that Gelato 41 crossed with Face Off, crossed with Skittles, and we hit it with my Runts BX. The Runts BX is Runts crossed with a male, which is a Nerds Sherbet male, crossed with a White Runts clone. So we did that, and that's those two crosses. That's what is coming out for God Holly right now.
That's my favorite strain out of the Runts family.
Which one?
The White Runts.
Oh yeah. There's a thing.
Soda?
Huh?
It's the soda?
The soda?
It's called soda. I thought it was
oh yeah.
Cream soda.
Yeah, well, the cream
Is that true? That the cream soda is the White Runts?
No. Cream soda is no. Okay. Cream soda is a Ski Mask strain. Cream Team, HP Farms.
Okay.
It has a super creamy back end to it. I'll keep it real with you. That is a phenotype of Sea Junkies Gelato 33 crossed with Wedding Cake. It is. The cream soda is the Gelato 33 crossed with Wedding Cake by Sea Junkie.
Gotcha.
But it's fire, bro. It's real. Cream soda's nice, bro. And when it first came out, Joski had it, and J.O. used to call it Cream Jones. That was his first name before it became Cream Soda. It was Cream Jones.
Gotcha.
And we used to move a shit ton of it. You know, Joski, J.O., everyone. But then they changed it to Cream Soda, Cream Team. Very good. But the White Runts, there's a few phenotypes of that floating around. The one that's in the Cookies Club, it only hits 19%. We had a White Runts that we got off LB that was hitting way higher. Like, you know, I got that little Purple Pro testing machine, portable THC tester. It hit 28%. It hit 20. That's the cut that we crossed with.
Damn.
For the Runts BX, we didn't. I don't know what cut that is in the Cookies Club, but I ain't never seen it go higher than 19%.
One thing I gotta admit that I do see a lot lately, and I don't know what is going on, but there is a lot of weed now surpassing 30%.
Yes.
What is going on?
I'll tell you right now. So, for example, that cross I did for God Holly, it hits 36%.
Jeez.
I'll tell you why. Is because so I got that machine for this purpose. So the beam me up Scotty, that's what I called it in 2017. It was a Gelato 41 crossed with Face Off OG. All right, so it was a Gelato 41 female. She's already testing hella high. You know, that 41 pheno is the highest THC out of all of them. Like 33, Gelato 33 hits like 20%, 19%. You know what I mean? Gelato 25 used to hit 26, 27. But every time consistently, the Gelato 41, 28% or more. Right? So we use that girl for the breeding. Face Off OG, it's already high. Right? Yeah.
So basically, you guys thought in the right. Basically, cannabis is in the right direction when it comes to maybe testing the THC levels on even what it's breeding. Yeah,
it is. But see, that if you're only breeding based off THC percentages, then you're not really. It's not really a medicinal strain no more, right? It's just to get you really, really high. So that's what we work on. We don't work on medicinal strains. I'll keep it real with you. We work on strains that people are gonna smoke and they're gonna tap out. You know what I mean? And not want to smoke no more. But there are people like ex-veterans and stuff. They're doing great work. They're making like really, really potent medicinal strains, like stuff that will actually take care of your backache and things like that, you know. But what we're breeding for is for potency. That's it. We don't test CBD. Recreation. That's it. We don't test CBD. We don't test any of the things.
Basically testing for terp profiles.
Terp profile. Exactly. So that Beam Me Up Scotty, that Gelato 41 crossed with Face Off, she hit the number 17 that I chose. She hit 30%. But the flavor on her was like cream. It was like sweet cream, like a cream roll. It's all you taste.
So
like
nice.
It's nice, but it's kind of common for me, like
Yeah.
coming off the cream soda and all this stuff, and there's so many creamy strains. Put it like this: take any OG and cross it with any gelato, you're probably gonna get some cream.
It's gonna turn
that mix turns into cream.
It just basically kills it.
Yeah, it just kind of
kills the gas effect of why you smoke weed.
Yeah, it's hella weird. Those two strains together, it makes cream.
I'll admit the bud structure of the purple plants are starting to diminish. I feel like.
Well,
it's like they're not. It's not the crackle, snap, crackle, and pop of like a fresh cookie strain.
Oh yeah. See, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's the thing is that what people are doing now is they're trying really hard to get color. So in the last 3 weeks, they'll drop the temps in that room drastically. Dropping temps drastically also fucks up structure. You know what I mean? But people are so obsessed with getting color that they're willing to sacrifice structure for the color. You know what I mean? And that really, it takes down the potency and it's not enjoyable no more. It's just purple. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a nicely grown green bud than purple. You know what I mean? Right. Just for that, just because...
Let it be what it is.
Exactly. Just let it do what it wants. If it's going to give color in a 72-degree room, then that's cool. Let it give color. But don't go crazy on it. Try to drop it to 40 degrees just to make it give some color so you can sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What, so, a couple of the questions I like asking towards the end of the interview is like, where do you see cannabis 5 years from now in the rec market? What do you hope for at least?
Honestly, I feel like everyone's using these salt ferts, and the quality is just going down. For example, in the medical days, right before it went legal, you go to Harborside in Oakland, and you're gonna get a lineup of 5 different OGs, fresh. You know what I mean? How many times you pop it open a jar from the dispensary and it's stale? It ain't even good no more. It's because these goddamn salt ferts. You use synthetic salt fertilizer. Yeah, it makes it fat, makes it look good. You know what I mean? But the shelf life is only about 1 month. You know what I mean? People, they're not using organic, and they stay away from organic because they don't want to clean their resis. You know what I mean? And they don't want to get pathogens in their thing, and they don't want to use enzymes to prevent that and things because it's all money. They're looking at it like a business. You know what I mean? But the quality has fucking went down the drain, like straight up, because no one's using organics. You cannot go in the store and find an organic jar. You can't. It's all sulfur. You know what I mean? And the strains that they're running, even the Cookies Club, even the Cookies like Maywood and all these people, they're running strains based off yield. They don't care. They don't care that, hey, this one tastes kind of bland. Their main question is it pulling 3 pounds per light? And that's what they're growing for. You know, why Seed Junkies Kush Mints, right? It's just Bubba Kush crossed with cookies, and it kind of just, it doesn't have that great of a flavor and all that. But everyone went crazy with it and just started running it, all these commercial companies, because it pulls 3.5 per light off a 4x4. You can pull 3.5 pounds. You know what I mean? And it looks good on Instagram. But if you smell it, it ain't nothing special, bro. It's just, you know what I'm talking about? It's just Kush Mints. Like, bro, it's mids. Like, I'll keep it real with you, it's straight mids.
It's pretty mids.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, you know what I mean? And that's my problem with the industry right now is I can't go find a good jar.
Facts.
You just can't get a good jar, bro.
I agree.
It's like you pop it open, it's the same old Kush Mints terp, same old wedding cake or something.
At least with the Cookie Club, they do got new stuff coming.
Yes.
And you'll get at least a company that is on the hunt and they're giving you what they think is hot right now.
Yeah.
And you get to actually try something new.
Hell yeah. So Cookies, they got a lot of flavors. They got a lot of new flavors and all that. Kenny, he coming with some fire ass flavors. Mark, he got great flavors and all that. Yeah. But there isn't too many other, you know what I mean? Like, most of the stuff that's on the shelf is dated, bro. You open it up and the buds have already gone brown. It's kind of, it's not the medical days, bro. Come on. You go up in the dispensary, you got everything all fresh. There's no guesswork involved. There's no dates on it. You know, it's just perfect, bro.
So one thing I could see is we're going to have a round 2 on this interview. But I want to ask you one last question because I thought it was a cool story that you had mentioned earlier, but you had mentioned that you had gotten a seed drop from Burner.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the start of your cannabis career.
I mean,
tell us the story.
All right, so it was for a beat at I think it was Weekend at Bernie's or something. One of the earlier albums, like 2007 album, and you know, I used to pull up to that club Bernie used to work at across. I forgot the name. It was in Frisco. It was across the street from the Sleep Train. He used to work at this club. So whenever I needed to get paid for a beat or something, I'd pull up over there. And either there or Burner's house in the Sunset. We used to go in the basement. He had a little computer. He used to rap on it and shit. And I think he tried to run 20 lights out of that basement too. But he basically gave me some seeds. It was cherry pie. I think it was 2007. And he gave me a bunch of cherry pie seeds. We popped them, and it was really good. And I showed it to Burner too, and he was like, "Wow, like this is really, really good." You know? So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that was the start of my weed career, but you know, I had popped seeds before that. I popped OG Kush seeds from DNA Genetics before that. Yeah. But with that, I mean, he gave me like 150 seeds. So I was taking clones off it. I had a winter cherry pie phenotype. You know what I mean? I gave one to J.O. Even back then.
Yeah.
We start fucking around. And soon after.
Sounds like I definitely tried some of that.
Yeah, and probably did. And then soon after, my boy Glide. It's Burner's. You know Glide?
Yeah, of course.
From Frisco?
Glide 415.
Yeah, that's my nigga, bro.
Shout out to Glide.
Shout out to Glide, bro. That's
out
my
there
boy.
In the
He's in Miami. Yeah, he's doing it big. He pulled up on me with Burner, and they had like 500 to 1,000 cookie seeds. They weren't cherry pie seeds. This was cookie seeds. And Glide was in the front seat, and he was just filling up fucking bags of it, just giving me the seeds. You know what I mean? And I'd say from there, I'd really start fucking around. I did a cross with it and all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? It was. I'd say that moment in 2010 was the start of my cannabis career or whatever, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Shout out Glide, man. That's a real solid dude. Love that guy.
Big shout out to Glide. Yeah. All right, man. Well, where can people find you online for your music? Let them know.
I mean, just the Instagram, Pakslap Beats. You can get at me on Pakslap Beats Instagram. And do you have any last words or shout outs? Rest in peace, Jack. You know what I mean? Shout out J.O., man. Shout out my business partner, Doja. Shout out one of my growers, my breeding partner, Seco. We're doing the Chersey Boys with my friends and stuff. We're gonna be coming out with a lot of shit. And shout out God Holly, man.